Alright, so welcome to lesson 5, which is linear first order DE. So this is a continuation of your lecture, which is the previous one is exact and non-exact DE. So if you have watched the video from the YouTube, you already established there that the partial derivative of n with respect to x should be equal to the partial derivative of n with respect to y. So kapag hindi exact, kapag hindi same yung value, if you do that, okay, if you don't see the value, if you don't have the same value, then it's not exact. And if it's not exact, then dahil hindi kayo nag-arrive sa same partial derivative, you will get the integrating factor, which is a. Okay? So, tinuro din nung ano, I believe so. Now, that is the most complicated. I think that's one of the most complicated topic in DE. So, now we're going to talk about the first order DE. So, the question is, um, well, what do we mean by linear first order DE? Okay, so when we say linear, okay, it's very simple. All you need to do is to look at the power of dy, because dy or y here is our dependent variable. So nakadepende dito kung ano yung mangyayari. So that is the reason why we always equate our final or our solution to y. Kasi that this is our dependent variable, the y. Okay? So we look at the y, which is the dependent variable here, and we look at the exponent. So what's the exponent here? Okay, so exponent is 1. So when y is raised to 1, or the power of y or n is equals to 1, then that is linear. Okay, linear. If the value of n is greater than 1, then, for example, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so forth. So, hindi na siya linear. Okay? So, this will only be applicable if it is linear first order DE. Now, review ko lang kayo. Ano ba yung first order DE or FODE? Ito yung na-discuss natin sa first topic. So, when we say first order derivative, first order differential equation, we look at the independent variable. So, kapag may nakita natin square dyan, so that is already higher. Okay? So, again, if, let's say, y prime, okay, or y double prime, when we say y double prime, this is already a higher order DE. Because y prime is on the first order. Kaya nga, first order DE. Kaya nga, isa lang. So, you will only differentiate it once. So, makapansin nyo, sa mga first examples, sa first topics, hindi tayo nagbibigay ng mga double prime. Kasi yan ay higher ordered DE na. So, iba na ang technique na ginagamit. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Right, so ulitin ko lang. This is linear DE because the exponent or the power of y, our dependent variable, is only 1. And this is first order DE because we only have y prime, basically y prime. Okay, that's it. Now, how do we find the solution to the DE when the DE is a linear first order DE? Okay, so here's the trick. So I'm going to put through 2. So remember, this is dy over dx, and I will going to put another one here, which is dx over dy plus x py equals to p of x. Now, ano ibig sabihin? Ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Px and qx. So, px and qx are functions or expressions na merong x value. So, ibig sabihin, any expression na x lang ang laman niya. Okay, x lang ang laman dapat ng px. So, ibig sabihin, for example, px is, let's say, x squared, diba? Or let's say, pwede na sabihin na x plus 2, yan, px. Same din sa qx. So, it's also going to be the same. X squared or plus 2, or x squared, x cubed plus x plus 1. So, basically, px and qx are any expression that contains an x variable. Now, ito naman sa kabila, kapag dx over dy. Okay, pansin nyo, magkaiba yan ha. Kasi ang magiging ating independent variable is y na, hindi na x. Okay, so when we say py and qx here, it's basically the same. Any function that contains y. And qy, sorry, the same. Any function or any expression that contains the y variable. So, try natin. How do we use this? Alright. Now, when you already have this kind of syntax or format, you are going to write down the list. Okay, so steps. So how to find the solution to the DE when it is a linear first order DE? So okay, so steps. Step 1 is to note px and q of x. Okay. Step 2 is to find the r. Okay, where r is equivalent to e integral of px dx, and then 3, substitute the values to y r equals to integral of r q of x dx. So yan lang. You only have 3 steps. So first is to take note of the value of px and qx, and then find the value of r, which is equivalent to e raised to the integral of p function of x dx, and then substitute this to this equation. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple. Now, let's have an example. Alright, so let's try this example. dy over dx plus 2xy equals to 4. Now, again, this is our syntax. Okay, so dy over dx, check. Okay, so plus, check. Okay, now, take a look at this. So, we have a variable y. Okay, we have a variable y, and we have a px, which is anything or any function that contains our x-axis. So, this is it. Okay, so that is basically px. So, so mapansin nyo, this is a linear first order DA because y is only raised to 1, and this is first order because you only have dx, hindi dx squared. So, again, yung kasama ng y, okay, kasama ng y, yun yung px. Now, ang kasama ng y dito ay 2x. So, that's px. Now, this is qx. Kung ano yung naiiwan dito sa right side. So, that's qx equals to 4x. Now, step 1, check. We already have it. Now, step 2, find the value of r. Okay, so to find the value of r, we do this. Integral of px. Now, px is 2x dx. So, integrate. We have r is equals to e raised to x squared. Alright? So, this is the value of r. Now, we already have px, we have qx, and we have r. Now, what's the next step? Step number 3. Substitute the value to this equation. Alright, now we have the values, we substitute it into equation. So we have y. Okay, so ano ang r natin? Our r is e raised to x squared. Okay, then equals integral of, again we have r, which is e raised to x squared multiplied by, what is our qx? Our qx is 4x dx. Okay, so integrate this one. So we have, okay, so let u is equals to x squared. So du is equals to 2x dx. Okay, so medyo baka confuse kayo, no, kung anong pipiliin yung u. Okay, so kapag itatry nyo na gawing u yan, remember, ay e pa rin ang labas niyan. So wala mangyayari. On the other hand, kapag ginamit nyo naman ito, 4x as u, ang mangyayari, 4 ang labas. So, wala mangyayari. So, wala maka-cancel out. Now, if we're going to use x squared here, okay, ang mangyayari, integral of e raised to u. Tama? Now, multiplied by, so since we have dx here is equals to du over 2x, so multiplied 4x multiplied by du over 2x. So, cancel, cancel, cancel. 4 divided by 2, we have 2. So, 2 integral of e raised to u du y is equals to ex squared. Alright? Now, delete ko lang siguro ito sa taas para mahaba. Continue ko na lang sa taas. Alright, so the integral of e raised to u is basically the same, e raised to u. So, y is equals to, y multiplied by e x squared is equals to e raised to, what is our u? X squared. So, e x squared plus c. Kasi tapos na tayo mag-integrate, so may plus c na tayo. Now, is this done yet? No, hindi pa. So, tatanggalin natin ito kasi kailangan y lang ang mag-isa sa left side. So, multiply natin 1 over e raised to x squared. So, cancel. Cancel. Tama. So, y is equals to c over e raised to x squared. Now, tapos na ba yan? Hindi pa tapos. Lang. Now, this is not done yet. Kasi, ang awkward kapag merong ganito sa baba. So, itataas natin yan. Now, paano itataas yan? We simply follow the exponent rule. So, remember, sa algebra, x squared is also, x raised to negative 2 is also equivalent to 1 over x squared. So, since nasa baba ito at positive yan, pag itinaas natin yan, magiging negative. So, magiging c e x. So, magiging negative x squared. E raised to negative x squared. So, wag kayong magkakamaling ilagay dito yan sa taas. Hindi yan. Ito yun. Isang buo yan. Isang buong exponent yan. So, yan ang... Okay, so yan ang tamang sagot. Pero, may nakalimutan ako. Kasi kanina, naalala nyo, di ba? 4 over 2 yon. So, meron pa palang naiiwan na 2 sa labas. Okay? So, nasundan nyo kanina. So, may kulang ako. So, meron dapat itong negative purple. 2. Okay? So, yan dapat ay 2. Okay? So, dapat 2. O kung i-write natin, the final answer is 2e, paano ba? 2, so, wait lang. Kamali ako. Kami naiwan pang 2 dito. So, basically, we have 2 plus c raised to e x squared. Okay? So, we have y. Final answer is 2 plus, diba? Tama. So, magiging 2 plus c e x raised to 2. So, negative x raised to 2. So, that's the final answer. So, this is the solution to the DE. Okay? Okay, so let's try another example. Yung medyo may hirap-hirap naman, sir. Yung may mga angle, yung mga cosine, yung mga ganun. Okay, so pagbigyan, so try natin. So, dy over dx plus y cotangent x is equals to 5e raised to cosine x. Okay, na medyo mahirap to. Titingnan nyo kasi parang may, sir, may cotangent na, may cosine pa, may e pa. Okay, okay, himay natin. Now, tingnan muna natin yung general formula or syntax. So, dy over dx, okay, check. Positive yan, okay, check, positive, same. Okay, so we have y, okay, we have y, and take note, raised to 1 lang yan, and we have cotangent x, and we have this one. Okay, so, step number 1, what is our px? Our px is, ano yung kasama ng y? So, our px is equivalent to cotangent x. Now, our qx is itong buong to. 5e raised to cosine of x. Now, what is our r? No r natin. R is equivalent to e raised to integral of cotangent x dx. Okay? So, now, titingnan nyo yung, inyong integration tables. Mapapansin nyo, ang integral ng cotangent x ay, okay? So, that is ln of sine x. So, ln of sine x. So, basically, naalala nyo yung rule na to sa advanced, naalala nyo yan sa algebra ko sa inyo. So, basically, kapag nakikita nyo yung ganyang itsura, automatic na ang makukuha nyo lang ay ano. So, r is equivalent to sine x. Okay? So, meron na tayong px, meron tayong qx, meron tayong r. Ito na. Okay? R is equals to sine x. Now, step 3 is to substitute the values to this one. So, we have y. What is our r? Sine x is equals to integral of sine x. What is our qx? Our qx is 5e cosine of x dx. Okay. So, ito na naman ang challenge sa atin. Sir, paano natin i-integrate yan? Okay, simple lang. Hanapin nyo yung value ng u. So, let u is equals to, kung ano may u na yan, dapat may mawawala ditong isa. Okay? Malinaw na? So, titingnan nyo, ano ba ang pwedeng gamitin? Sine or cosine? Hindi pwedeng sine. Bakit? Kasi kapag ito ang maging u, okay, magiging 5e raised to cosine of x. So, hindi mo makakancel yung e. Tama? Kaya hindi mo gagamitin yan. So, gaya ng example ko kanina, ang gagamitin nyo ay itong exponent ng e. So, yan lagi ang trick. Gagamitin nyo lagi ito. So, most of the time, gumagana yan. So, cosine of x, ang u, derivative niyan is negative sine x dx. So, dx is equivalent to du over negative sine x. Okay? So, continue natin to. So, magiging sine x. So, ang 5 natin, ilabas na lang natin sa kabila. So, magiging 5 na yan. Ulitin ko na lang. Ang kalat ng sulat ko. So, equals to 5 integral of sine x. Okay, so nakalabas na yung 5 sa dito. Dito na siya. So, naiwan na lang ay times e raised to u. Okay, now, our dx is equivalent to du over negative sine x. Now, cancel. Iniwan tayo negative, tama? So, magiging negative 5 integral of e raised to u du. Why? Okay, sorry doon na-trigger yung solar. Now, okay, so meron tayong y sine x dito. Okay, so ito na lang. So, basically, copy nyo na lang kasi integral of e raised to u is basically the same, e raised to u. So, we have negative 5 e raised to u, tama, plus c. Alright. So, ang ating exponent dati ay u. So, magiging cosine. So, labura lang muna ako. Kada mahaba. So, delete ko na lang ito. Ay, wait. Sorry. Delete na lang ito. Okay. So, continue. So, plus c. So, tasan lang natin. So, magiging y sine of x equivalent to negative 5 e raised to cosine of x plus c. Okay? So, tanong dyan, meron pa ba kayong magagawa dyan? Wala na. So, yan na yun. So, kung gusto nyo pahirapan sarili nyo, ibaba pa yung sin x dito, mukhang magiging komplikado na. So, okay na ito. So, this is the final answer. So, madali lang, di ba? Madali lang naman ng FODE, linear. So, kailangan nyo lang sundin tong kailangan nyo lang sundin ang itsura na itong format na to. Okay, so again, kapag hindi ganyan ang itsura ng binigay na DE sa inyo, ayusin nyo. Gawin nyo ganito ang itsura. Ganyan ang itsura. At, take note nyo na yung Px, Qx, value ng R, then substitute the equation. So, yun lang naman. So, kapag, so, ang tanong siguro, Sir, paano kapag hindi na siya dy over dx? Okay na, papansin nyo, di ba? dy over dx yan. Paano kapag naging dx over dy? Yung simple lang naman. So, ganun pa rin naman ang structure. Yung y mo magiging x na, tapos yung px mo magiging py, tapos yung qx mo magiging qy. So, ganun lang din naman. Susundin nyo lang din naman yung format. So, magiging py, tapos magiging qy, tapos magiging r is equals to e raised to py, tapos hindi na dx siya na, magiging dy na. Okay? Tapos ganun pa rin. So, magiging magiging x times r is equals to integral of r rqy dy. So, yan na. So, kapag naging dx kapag naging balik pala. Kapag naging dx over dy na, kapag bumaliktad na. So, titingnan niyo na mabuti yan na baka magkabaliktaran yan. So, okay, I guess okay na 'yon. So, isang madaling example saka isang medyo komplikadong example na hindi naman talaga komplikado. Kailangan niyo lang talaga ng tiyaga. Okay, so ano ang inyong assignment sa akin? So, may assignment kayo. So, ito na lang. Alright, so assignment nyo, okay? So, you have 3 DE na hanapin yung solution. Okay, so you have letter A, B, and C. Okay, so we have A, x dy over dx is equals to y plus x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x. Okay, so minus 2x yan na. Okay, so when I minus 2x. So letter B is y prime is equals to x minus 2y, and letter C is open and close parenthesis x to the 5 plus 3y dx minus x dy equals to 0. Okay, so your deadline of assignment, okay, the deadline of assignment is on Saturday, May 8, 2021, 10 a.m. sa Moodle. Okay, so medyo naka-down ngayon ang Moodle. Babalik ko ulit yung Moodle kasi na-expire na. Kasi libre lang yun eh. Ganun talaga pag trial. Okay, so I hope magawa niyo yan. So, huwag sana magkopyahan. Mga niyupak kayo. Papahirapan yung sarili nyo. Nakakatamad mag-check kung nagkukopyahan lang kayo. Kayo bahala. Babagsak ko kayo. Sige kayo. Okay, so yan lang lahat. So, good luck. So, next week, midterm exam. Meron pa kayo upload na video ulit. Or probably, last topic na lang. So, bandali lang. Yung last 3 topic is yung mixture, law of growth and decay. Yun. 3. So, mixtures and then law and growth and decay. So, yun lang. So, bye-bye.